Hello, my fellow Sagittarius. Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Sagittarius? What message do we have for Sagittariuses? All right, Sagittarius. Let's get it. First thing I see someone coming into your life, and I feel like with this person, it's a very, this person comes in quick. We start off with the Knight of Swords. Very quick moving energy. And I feel like with this person, it's like that energy of, we'll get to that. This person, first and foremost, like I said, very quick moving energy, but I feel like you learn very quickly that this person is nothing like anyone you met before. I feel like this person is passionate. They're excited. There's this commanding presence with this person. We have that King of Swords. When they walk in a room, the first time you saw them, it's one of those people that you remember seeing. And obviously you remember them because they're going to talk to you. I feel like the communication comes very quickly. Like I said, very quick moving energy. One of the things I feel like you notice the fearlessness in this person. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. And also with this person, it's like there's no secrets. Like this person is one of those people that'll just tell you whatever you ask. They're not... there's no shame in their game. This person is very direct, very open. And like I said, they're very fearless. They saw you. You saw them. They saw you. They made it happen. They wanted to know you. They wanted to get to know you. Their intuition told them something, they go for it. I feel like this person's very open. Like I said, and also not holding anything back, no hidden agendas with that Seven of Swords in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords. I don't feel like they were always this way. I just feel like they got sick of living in a box. They got sick of not being who they want to be. I feel like this person may have a history with someone that kind of made them conform or tried to make them conform, and I feel like it didn't work out. I feel like somebody tried to change them. And I feel like at first it may have kind of took effect, but this person broke free. They don't want to live that life. That's not who they are. This person, like I said, they're an open book. I feel like they lived too long not being that way. Very adventurous, very fun-loving. This is someone that's going to make you laugh. They're going to make you smile. I feel like they're gonna boost your ego as well. Because like I said, when they think something, they say it. And one of the things you can guarantee with this person is when they're telling you something, they're not just blowing smoke up your ass. They're telling you for a reason. Now, what I was going to say is, if this could make sense, please let it make sense. Because sometimes, I'm a Sagittarius, sun and moon. Sometimes I think things and I don't know. Comment down below if you're like that as well. Sometimes I think things that comes out and there's really no filter. And I've worked on making a filter, but the filter doesn't stop it. It just slows it down now because it's coming out. I feel like this person is not who you were expecting, not who you thought you were waiting for, but is the person you were waiting for. You know, this isn't the person you thought it was going to be, but it's more, so much more. I mean, your ship has come in, Sagittarius. You know, and the potential is clear from day one. You know, like I said, I mean, you got the winning ticket. You know, it's like when you know exactly what you want and you're waiting for it, and all of a sudden somebody shows up that's not at all really what you thought, but then you realize this is what you were missing. And that's what I feel like with this person. They're not like anybody you met before, and I feel like it's a damn good thing they're not, because, you know, especially for any of you out there that's single, everyone you met before didn't work out because they weren't this person. You know, with this person, very fun, loving, very light, very passionate. You know, this person, I mean, they're a little rough around the edges because, I mean, like I said, I mean, they're very direct. They're fearless, very spontaneous, but it's something that you can work with, something you can polish to make it your own. You know, with this person, they're coming in hot, but, you know, this person is chasing you. This person's all in. They're invested in you. They saw what they wanted. They went after it. That's all part of this change that's been happening in their life. You know, seizing the day, carpe diem. This person is not holding back when it comes to you. Like I said, you noticed them, they noticed you, and that was all it took. The rest, as they say, is history. I mean, this person is not going to live in regret. I feel like they've had a lot of regrets in their life. They've done things they didn't want to do. They didn't do things they wanted to do. You know, that has changed in this person fairly recently, and they're loving the results. And you're just another example of that. You know, when you talk to this person, I mean, like I said, very open, very direct. You can talk about anything with this person, and I do mean anything. There is no boundaries. You know, and this person is going to talk about real shit. They're going to talk about random stuff. They're going to want to know your dreams, your hopes, your fantasies. And they don't just want to know because that's something to talk about. They want to know it because I feel like they want to help you get there. This connection is much deeper than it first appeared. Like I said, it came in fast, but doesn't mean it ain't right. You know, we have new love, and we have that Gemini energy, that lovers, you know, that lovers card. It's that deep connection. You know, a lot of people will say, well, they just, you know, they were this way and then they changed and now they became something else, and, you know, it's happening very quickly. Who cares how quickly or how slowly it happens? If it's happening, it's happening. That's what I'm saying. But let's look a little deeper. I feel like these big changes for this person and how they are and how they've evolved have happened recently. And then, do you think it's a coincidence that they just met you now? I don't. I think things happen for a reason. That old way that they were, that's come to an end. This new person, they were always that person. I just feel like they conformed. They conformed more often before. They kind of played by the rules and went with the flow. Then they realized they can make their own flow. And it's flowing right down your alley. Like I said, this person wants to know your hopes and dreams. Yeah, there's some flirtatious energy because this person wants to be with you. So don't let that, make you think that this person only wants one thing, because trust me, they don't want to fill up your cup. They want to fill up all your cups. Like I said, it's a winning ticket, and they got it, and they're cashing it in. They're not waiting and checking it 16 times and asking everybody they know to check it for them. They've seen the winning numbers. They're going to cash it in. I see a lot of happiness with this person. Very spontaneous energy. This person has been think about someone that's kind of been living in a box, and all of a sudden somebody recently just opened that box. Now the world is their oyster. And like I said, this person a couple years ago probably would never have approached you. Even though they felt the same way, they might not have approached you. Now, not even a question. They're in it. They're in. They're all in. It just proves. Sometimes we meet people. Sometimes it's not always clear, the connection in the beginning. We know there's something there, but we're not sure what it is. And sometimes they couldn't be any clearer. They couldn't be any clearer about how they feel about you. Like I said, that Fool card, they're not in it just to hit it and quit it. They're in it to hit it, and keep hitting it. Like I said, they're not like anyone you met before, and I feel like that's a great thing. They've been living in that box, like I said, for way too long, and someone opened that box, and once that box was open, they're not going back in. It's if I was trapped in a box my whole life and then somebody opened it up and let me have free reign, sure as hell I ain't going back to that box. And that's exactly what this person's doing. They're going for it. And like I said, this connection is much deeper than either one of you expected. But, the feelings were there. You felt it. In the first, the first meeting, I feel like there's that feeling of this is something different. But it feels good. It feels real good. I like it. I like it. Gives my approval. I just, like I said, this is someone that, this person is gonna, they get it. They get you. You get them. It's just something that clicks. It's like that movie where you zing, right? Some people have to think about it. Some people have to, make it make sense. This person doesn't give a shit. They want something, they go after it. They saw you, they were drawn to you. They're not going to ask the questions. They're going to figure it out. They're going to see it through. They don't know why they're so drawn to you exactly, but it ain't like they're going to try to think about it. They're going to figure it out. And like I said, this is the person you didn't know you were waiting for. With this person, we have Sagittarius, we have Leo, we have Aries, lots of fire, but we also have, I don't know when the last time I got it's not very often I do a Sagittarius reading without that Gemini energy flowing in here. So we got some Gemini. You got some Aquarius. We got some Pisces as well. Possibly some Cancer. I feel like this person has a lot of love to give, and I feel like they were keeping that in the box with them too. I know the box was in prison. Was I the only one thinking that? I was like, that sounds a lot like prison. You're in prison, they let you out and you're not going back. But no, I feel like it was more of a emotional, prison. It's possible this person was in a longer relationship or multiple long relationships and always kind of conformed. They're not conforming anymore. That didn't make them happy. Sometimes it takes a long time for us to figure it out, but once we figure it out, we'll get there. Kind of feels, it does kind of, it's kind of relative to me. I mean, it makes sense to me in the fact that, I already found my person, but I mean, before I met Rose, I was in a couple, I've been in a couple long relationships. I know people think that's funny because I'm Sagittarius, but I'm that kind of guy. But I was in a couple relationships and one just a couple years before I met Rose. I was with a girl for a few years, and I always try to make her happy. I was always trying to make her happy. I was trying to do the things, I try to be a good boyfriend, and I try to make her happy. And then I realized one day that the more I make her happy, the more unhappy I became. So, and she wasn't the first one. I was with a girl before that it was the same thing. It's like you're trying to win their love or you're trying to win their affection by doing what you think they want you to do. That should never be a thought process in your head. You should be with someone that wants to do what you want to do because they want to do it. And that happens a lot in puppy love. In early immature relationships, you're with someone and you try to make them happy. You can't make anybody happy. You can put a smile on their face time to time, but people got to find their own happiness, just like you got to find your own happiness, what makes you happy. And when you find the right one, I feel like your happiness syncs up. Two people making themselves happy are happy together. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for someone that you can make happy, because if you're trying to make someone happy, there comes a time when you're going to fall short. And then what happens? You keep bending over backwards for people. Like my grandmother always said, the more you bend over back for people, there's going to be one time that you can't stand up straight again. You keep trying to break your back for people, and one day you're going to break your back. It took me a long time to learn that, but once my box was open, I was single for a few years. I met Rose, and I fought it I fought it for a year. I fought the urge that I had when I was around her, because I was in no hurry to get with someone else. I was in my happy time. But then I started to, when I did start finally hanging out with her, I realized that I was happy. And she was happy. And I didn't do a damn thing to do that other than just be me. And that's what you want in life. That's where you want to be. That's the sweet spot. Anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.